they're gonna die, right? Yeah, they're gonna die. Nothing else to do? Yeah, tell me about it. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do, guys. We're running Mono Black again, running the Death Swarm. I had wanted to go back to something like this for a while. It was a very popular deck of mine. This is rats with lizards and squirrels. It's kind of Bloomburrow-y. You know, it's kind of a harken back to Bloomburrow. The reason I wanted to go back to it is it's a mono black a lot of people aren't looking at that can actually really do a lot of damage right now with gain and drain, get wins, and it's fairly cheap. It's really not that bad price-wise. It is a little, I mean, it's not budget deck, but it's budget conscious, let's call it that. And so we're having fun. We're only about a week out from, a week or two from early access and 2 weeks from Aether Drift. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with mono black death swarms here. Yes, plague swarms, really. So before we get down to this one, guys, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe. It's just going to happen. He's going to come rip you up for not liking the video and not subscribing to the channel today, so you really need to do that for me. Go ahead and write down there and do it. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. You can watch live and in person as we play these decks, run these decks, build decks with the help of chat, all right there on Twitch and on YouTube. Both those links you're going to find down below in the description. Come on by. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news, information. All the spoilers, the Aether Drift spoilers are there too. We're talking about them on the Discord. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, go follow that link down below and you will get a copy of this mono black kind of swarmy guys right here. So we are going with lizards, rats with a touch of squirrels. Really lizards and rats, which is odd. Removal. Simple as, I mean, you've seen enough of it. If you, this first video you've seen, if it's second, whatever, you know I like to run 4 cut downs. I'm going to run 4 bitter triumphs. I'm not too worried about losing life. I have some life gain in this deck, so I'm not too worried about losing 3 and being able to knock out a planeswalker at instant speed or a big dangerous creature at instant speed is very important. I also really don't mind discarding. We don't need a lot of mana for this deck, so a lot of times late in the game we have a lot of extra mana that we can hold to do that. Would be really good there. And of course, cut down for your aggro guys. You know, we still have Boros Mice being on there. Mice obviously being the great enemy of rats. We need to get some of those aggro guys out of there early on so we can start playing our combination, because we're going for a grand finale here. All right, so our 1-drops, like I said, rats and lizards. Gnawing Vermin. This is a really good 1-drop. 1 black and 1/1. When it enters mill 2 cards, we actually kind of want to mill ourselves. The reason we want to mill ourselves is because we do have a little bit of resurrection, but also Revenge of the Rats is one of our biggest win cons here. And we even if we mill this, we can flash it back, but we do want to help fill our graveyard with some garbage there. What I like about this one as well is when it dies, somebody gets -1/-1. A lot of times people aren't paying attention to that. They kill it and we get to spike one of their creatures. But even so, it can block above its weight. You know, if it blocks a 2/2, it does 1 damage. They can do -1/-1 and kill it. So not a bad early rat. Iridescent Vine Lasher. I haven't done a landfall with him in a while. And this is not a landfall focused deck. We're not trying to exploit this to a ridiculous degree. But he has a lot of aspects that we like. Namely, pinging for 1 every time we play a land, which is pretty smooth. We want to keep pinging for damage every single time. We want to keep driving that damage down, grinding him down as we go. He also has the Offspring, which we want to fill the board up with a lot of variety of rats and lizards and everything like that. So we have the ability in the late game to kind of expand how many people we have down. So you talk about turn 3, we can play him. Turn 4, we can play him with the Offspring ability for the 2 and play a land, and he'll do 2 damage. So basically he pings for 1 every time we play a land on the landfall, and the Offspring is the optional. So great opening card right there. Great opening card and great other card. And that compounds. Every turn doing 2 or 3 damage really compounds itself. So you got to be careful about that. Continuing with the lizard theme, I'm going to go with Agate Blade Assassin. I really like this card. I honestly, You know, if it was a 1-drop, 1/2, I think it would be better. But man, is it a useful. I used to love a card called Skemfear. What was it called? The elf called Skemfear Savage or something, Berserker. And it is a gain and drain on attack, which I really like those. It is a lizard, as a lizard assassin. 1/2, gain 1, depending layer loses, and you gain. Really good, especially when we compound that with Starscrape Cleric. Okay? So we want to have a special word here for Starscrape Cleric. Again, one of these ones with Offspring. Again, very Bloomburrow focused deck. 1 black and 1, 2/1 with the Offspring of black and 1 and creates another one. It has the lovely gain and drain effect that, you know, we love to see that on this channel. Flying, not a bad, and it can't block, which is, you know, it's whatever. We don't want to lose this in a blocking match anyways. Whenever you gain a life, each opponent loses 1 life. That's for one of them. If we get 2 of them, whenever we gain 1, each opponent's going to lose 2. That's where things get compounded a little bit there. And we can, again, expand that to the late game. If we draw this card turn 5 or plus, we have the ability to get 2 of them. That way, when you're swinging in with Agate Blade Assassin, we gain 1 life, they lose 2 life, and then they lose 1 more life, which is actually a pretty decent trade-off right there, especially when we start expanding on that, on the possibilities of that with Valley Rockcaller. The one squirrel, the Squirrel Warlock doing evil things, 1 black and 1 menace, Squirrel Warlock. Whenever Rockcaller attacks, each opponent loses X life. And you gain X life, where X is the number of other squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats. We are focusing on bats, lizards, and rats. The only other squirrel we have is another Valley Rockcaller. So every other creature we could potentially have on the board with this guy is very, very good. The fact that he has Menace is that if they only have 1 blocker, we can swing in for him no problem and get that gain and drain off. And if we get that gain and drain off with Starscrape, we're doing good. Now you're seeing kind of the underlying strategy is go really wide. Go wide with lizards, go wide with bats, get a big hit, get a lot of creatures on the board, even token creatures, as we go and do that damage. Because little by little, they're just going to find themselves bled dry, just nibbled to death by all these little squirrels and rats. And that's a terrible way to go. We already talked about removal. Let's talk a little bit about our discard aspect here, changing up. We're going to go with Bandit's Talent. I think it fits because it's a bad on there, but you can go with any kind of discard that you want. I think 2 is fine. We just kind of want to suppress our opponent a little bit. We don't want to, we're not going for a full discard. It's kind of supplementary to what we're doing, just to frustrate everything else they have going on. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards, they lose 2 life. That's if you get to level 2. So we can start picking at them a little bit. You know, again, all these little bits of damage, they all add up. Individually, that's the idea behind a swarm. Individually, each one is not that impressive, but all together, all of this gain and drain, all of this life loss, as we go, it starts adding up. That's the ticket right there. That's the idea. Then, of course, we can draw an extra card if we get the high one, but Bandit sounds good 2-drop. We also have Burglar Rat. Changing up a little bit. Whenever this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. This is Foundation's common, which is very budget friendly right there. It's also the same thing as Nezumi, except Nezumi is a rogue. So I know you're saying, guys, why aren't you running Nezumi? Well, it's the same thing, except, you know, it's a rogue. I kind of wanted to go with this one because this one's going to rotate out soon. So in case you wanted to keep this for longer, we do that. So a little bit of splash of discard here just to keep people suppressed. That actually works really good. The discard works really good against aggro as well because they kind of need cards in their hand. If we're bleeding them, that's a good one. Speaking of discard, Thoughtstalker Warlock. Again, another great, really black meta. A lot of people play this in discard in black meta decks. Thoughtstalker Warlock, because he's a 2/2 Lizard Warlock Menace, so he's a body on the board that counts for a lizard for the purposes of Valley Rockcaller. And he's a 2/2 Menace. And when he enters, you choose an opponent. If they lost life, they reveal their hand and you pick one. Otherwise, they discard a card. So it's either random if you've done no damage, or if you've done damage, if they've lost life, not even damage, if they've lost life, you get to pick it. So you basically get to thought seize them, which is pretty cool. That's why he's called Thoughtstalker. So the cool thing about this is if you have Vine Lasher, you play a mana, you immediately Thoughtstalker them, you're going to be able to pick whatever card you want out of their hand, and that is where you start frustrating you hit their Reanimator spell, you hit their Sunfall, you hit their, whatever their big card is, whatever their main strategy, you start really frustrating that right there. And again, we're filling out the board with bodies, lizards, rats, bats. As we go, we're filling out the board with bodies that we need. Here is Lord Skitter, Sewer King. 1 black and 1. This is going to be our token generator and graveyard hate for our reanimator friends who want to run back Atraxa for the millionth time. People love wow, I'll tell you what, people love reanimating Atraxa. They love it. They'll never get tired of that. Whenever another rat you control enters, exile up to 1 target card from an opponent's graveyard. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 black rat creature token with this creature can't block. So we are eating the graveyard each turn. We are also generating a rat token each turn. And again, part of the reason we're generating tokens, we're trying to go wide. We're trying to build up to a big hit with Valley Rockcaller to get the widest board that we can. And also, we just have a lot of menace and other things like that, and we can just slowly pick at them. Just pick. Again, pick at him. We'll have plenty of blockers. We'll have other things. So he's a great one drop right there. Then the big finish right here is going to be Revenge of the Rats. This is a reprint from, I believe it's a reprint from Foundations right here. 2 black and 2. Create a tapped 1/1 black rat creature token for each creature in your graveyard. Here is a grand finale. Now, it's not super fast because they come in tapped, so you can't use them as blockers. But basically, if they don't deal with you, you basically put them on a clock. Again, Gnawing Vermin is fine to mill ourselves, but they're also, if they're playing the game, they're going to be removing things, they're going to be killing things. The more stuff we have in our graveyard, the worse it gets. And we can flash it back, so you can just play it again for its additional cost again later on. You could build a board, 5, 6, 7, 8 rats or something like that, swing in with Rockcaller, drain 8 life out and hit for 8 life, and then swarm in with all the other rats going in. It is very, very dangerous when you get to that point. The only thing that's really going to stop you is going to be like a temporary lockdown or a board wipe. But even then, being able to recover, filling up your graveyard, and being able to cast this again is a great way to recover. I've had that happen where I've had a full board and they wipe me out. I play Revenge of the Rats again because now guess what? My graveyard's filled with 8 creatures. And now I get to play that again, and I get to fill the board out again and keep drawing and keep pinging them out with the lack of blockers that they're going to have. So good stuff right there. We're going to go with a Mudflat Village. You might want to go with 2 in case you want to run more Reanimator, because that helps. It can only be used to cast a creature spell, Bat, Lizard, Rat, Squirrel. Returns it to your hand, so middle to late game, not a bad way to get another creature card onto the battlefield from what you did. I think we could go with 2 of them. 22 altogether for the Death Swarm. We look at the stats right here. 26 creatures, bats, lizards, rats, and squirrels. Like I said, assassins, clerics, nobles, warlocks, 8 instants, 3 sorceries, 2 enchantments, 22 lands on a 2.0. Very aggressive, very low to the ground. Absolutely getting wins in Mythic. Having a great time with it. Just one of these decks that I just really like playing. Like, I couldn't stop. Once I got it going, once I got it up and humming, I just couldn't stop playing it. I just liked it. It's right in my wheelhouse, the type of deck that I like to play, unassuming. People don't really know where you're going with this, and before they know, they're eaten by rats. It's terrible. Speaking of being eaten, we're going to throw an Eaten Alive in there in case we need to exile, so we can sacrifice an exile. An Anoint with Affliction's not bad for your sideboard. Deep Cavern Bat. I know you're saying, Jay, where's the Deep Cavern? You could do Deep Cavern. If you wanted to get rid of Burglar and Bandits and just go with Deep Cavern, I'm not mad at you for that. It's a big lightning round, though. People kill it nowadays. Persistent Marshstalker is not a bad one either. My biggest issue with him, even though he can come back a whole bunch, is that he doesn't have any tramples, so you really need to clear the way for him to do any damage. I'm also not mad at Darkstar Augur for increasing the number of bats we have and getting more card draw and gain and drain. Karamex is not a bad one for getting more rats out, even though we're not really focusing on rats. I know if I don't include Karamonix on here, someone's going to go, where's Karamonix? He's here. You could certainly do him as a 3-drop. He helps pull rats off the top. We don't really need rats that bad. We need lizards and squirrels more than we need rats. We can generate rat tokens pretty good, so we don't really need them too bad. And again, Enchantment Destruction probably going to be kind of important if you're playing in best of 3. So if they're running Temporary Lockdown or something like that and you need to crack enchantments, not a bad idea to have some sort of enchantment buster right there as it goes. But I think Exile, enchantment busters, and just a Darkstar and Deep Cavern might be your best bets in case you're not having too much success with it and you want to swamp out. Those are going to be pretty good ones right there. So Death Swarm, that's what we're doing today. Mythic rank, about 90%, I think. 89, 90% Mythic rank right now. Death by 1,000 little nibbles. Yeah, how do you like that, guys? Let's get into it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Ashley, what do you think about Aether Drift? You excited for it or you hate it? What do you think so far of those previews? I want to know. Leave a comment. Let me know. Make sure to like the video. Here we go. Okay. If I post on your Discord where you look at my deck and help, I might. I don't have a lot of time to help every single deck, but I will certainly take a look at it. And if it piques my fancy, I will probably take more looks at it. Oh my goodness, is there anything but aggro here anymore, guys? No, we live in an aggro world. We are living in an aggro world, and I am an aggro girl. No, I'm not a girl. Only sometimes. Okay, Cell Sword. Kill you too. You don't get to be around. Give me a land. Give me a land. Big money land. Okay. Boom. I got the Soul Cauldron. You don't get fucking that. You don't fucking get that. He's not happy. He drew a lot of garbage here. There we go. Called it AetherHub. I am a softie. I hate charging people for that. I'm not really out here for money. Not like that anyways. I don't know. I don't feel like my advice is very good because I legitimately think I suck at this game, so I feel like I'm ripping people off by giving that. Yeah, it is more of a gatekeep. It is more of a way to just be like, hey guys, I can't do everyone if you really want to jump to the front of the line. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm never going to get anything but a black deck here, huh? Literally nothing but a black deck. We're just never going to get anything but aggro. I love the implicit, the whatchamacallit on that Zavritz was, well, you know, I know you suck, Jay, but I'm good at it. I can help. It's true, though. It's 100% true. No lies detected there. Mechanized warfare. Look at that. Let's do force discard. I know that it just read. It just. I'm not saying that that's what you were saying, man. It's just funny the way it came out. If you need somebody good to help them know about their decks, you know, I'm always here, Jay. It's really funny. I think Zavritz is a best of 3 boy. You know? He doesn't want to discard something, but he's going to have to. Pings a lot. Sir pings a lot. Jay, you don't suck at MTG. I suck on the other hand. Shoot, I'm often more anxious to play. Hope you're doing well. Kendall Sanders. Hope you're doing well too, my man. I just joke about sucking because I'll chase a bad... I'm like a poker player. I'll chase a bad hand all the way down. You know. This guy's not here right now. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider webs. So we'll go with 1 on there. Boom. Okay. Okay, I think this guy's gone. Jiraiya Dreams of Sushi is gone here. Good lord, what is this, man? You have 2 of like every card in the game, Striker? Mercy. Mercy, bro. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to import that. I can't. That looks like gobbledygook looking at it straight. Yeah, well, the thing is, I work on bad decks publicly. That's the difference. Xavier, it's when you land an absolute turd of a deck, nobody knows about it. I do it in front of like 80 people, so... You know, you can just go, well, that was fucking trash, and then move on with your life. I can't, I don't have that luxury. I get to just absolutely shit the bed in front of everyone, and that's the difference. I've been trying to optimize a Grievous Wounds landfall deck for months. That sounds like a weird combination. That sounds like Golgari Life Loss. And that's pretty good. That's a good combo there. I don't know why I'm so giggly right now. I guess I'm tired. I like that. That was good. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Well, thank you for coming, Sir Pings, a lot. Grievous Wounds, honestly, you're better off... Aren't you just better off running, like... Because they lose half their life. Aren't you just running off Rush of Dread or Unstoppable Slasher? I feel like Grievous Wounds is a little slow. That's my only complaint about it, really. Hopeless Nightmare. Alright, let's get rid of... Boom, boom, boom. He's gonna play another fucking... Boom, boom. Do. More discard, I think, perhaps? Or is he going to actually play a creature? He's going to play removal. Okay. Alright, so we have that. Boom, boom. Liliana the Villainy. What's she going to do? Sacrifice a creature. Rock Caller, Shot Caller. Boom. He'll probably eat that. He'll probably eat that Hopeless Nightmare right now, I think. Or he'll play removal. No, he's going to Liliana the Villainy. Alright, you want to do it that way. Mill 2 cards. I'll mill 2 cards. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Thoughtseize Warlock. Okay. Land. Does nothing. We go in. Boom. Boom, boom. Alright, we could really use a Rat King right now because that would help out a lot. Boom. Yeah, I figured he was going to eat that up. I don't know what he has in this hand that's just absolute trash, aside from discard. Yeah, I think he overshot on discard. I think that's really what's going on here. Thoughtseize Warlock. And it's, yeah, he overshot on discard. He overshot the fuck out of discard. That's what happens if you double down on it too much. You overshoot. Pop. Okay. If that's not kill, he's in bad shape here. Yeah, he went too hard in the paint. Yep. Yep. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, your deck definitely has to do something else besides discard. It has to do something else. It definitely does. It's too much if it's the only thing it does. You guys going to the Big Texas Discord? That's pretty cool. Bum, 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 bum. You have to bolt the bird, guys. I'm sorry. It's the #1 rule. It's like the #1 rule. We'll put down Agate Blade. You can play another ramp. Nice. mill, mill, mill. Boom. Mill, mill. There's Revenge of the Rats. We'll do that. Boom, boom. Foretold, Outclass Trailblazer. Okay, let's do this. Flash you back. Pop, pop, pop. We go pretty wide here. He's trying to hit something here. If he puts down a 5-drop, we'll nuke it. No, that's not quite it. Okay. Garrick. I didn't even notice he's Garrick. I wonder if he has... Okay. He can ramp pretty big here, but if he invested all in one big creature, I feel like we can get around it. I think if we swing in and finish with Revenge of Rats, I think we're good to go here. Schwack. Okay, he's going to kill that. He had to tap something to do that. Let's do this. There we go. Eaten alive by rats. Beep, beep, beep. Polokranos is going to get huge there. It's going to gain 6 to 8. Boom. Oddly enough, how much we have here is 8 damage. Still eaten alive by rats. Very nice. Very funny that that happened like that. Got him right down to the line there. Burned him down to the water line. That's what we'd like to see. Okay, not bad. Vine Clasher into Burglar, I think, is not good. Into Thought Seizer. This is actually a pretty cheap deck overall. I think that Vine Lasher is probably one of our more expensive cards, believe it or not. It's actually pretty budget conscious. Karamax, well, no mythics, but either way. Drop. Boom. Burglar Rat. Boom. Discard a card. Boom. Okay. Next turn would be great if we got a land. If we don't get a land, it's whatever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Should we try it? Do we dare eat a peach? Do we dare? He had the fucking protection. He had the protection. I know my own rule is not to do that because they're running it with a protection, but I hit it. Okay. Alright. Doesn't have that many creatures down. So Audacity, look at that. Look at that. Oh, amazing. Should have probably kept it until they were tapped out because I know how this works. I know how this works. It works just like the way they're doing it. Is you have to run protection for this, otherwise you get fucking nuked. So the only way that I win is if we run in, is if I have another kill card and he is not running protection. I know better than to do that, but I said it's 50-50 gamble. Either has it or Dun, dun, dun. Hit. Yeah, it sucks. It's probably a protection card too. That's the crazy thing. So we're going to put a Thought Stalker. It makes him get rid of that. We might be able to recover just because he ran out of fucking juice, but Audacity lets him draw a card, which sucks. Either way. Overprotect. He gives us that. Boom. Boom. He can't play it on my turn, though. No. Goes in there. Hey, thank you so much, Jukebox Hero. Thank you for coming by. You're a real Jukebox Hero, you know that? Agate Blade Assassin. Boom. Boom. No removal for Jay yet. Hopefully this is not a Venomous Strike card, because that we just die. I think we're dead anyways. Hey, what's up, California is Hollow? Welcome to the show. Yeah, that's lights out right there. All right, streak broken. We were on quite a streak here, but we did get, what were we on, a 5-banger? 4-banger? You gotta lose eventually. Okay. Not great, not terrible. Like 3.6 Roentgen. It's not great, it's not terrible. We'll mill ourselves, see what happens. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta make them have it. This is true, yeah. Hello. Okay. I don't think he realizes what's going to happen here. Infestation Sage number 2. Alright. Put you down. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen more temporary lockdown either, but now you just spoke it into existence. SMH, bro. I can't believe you do that. Now that's all we're gonna see from here on out. That's all we're gonna see from here on out. You don't know nothing about jinxes, Pingsalant? You ain't never heard about what a jinx is? I'm S-ing my H so hard right now. You don't even realize how much I'm S-ing my H. Alright, let's do this. Hopefully we get some life gain abilities. Let's do that. Okay. Bump, 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 bump. Alright, if we get a Agate Blade, if we get a Rock Collar, we're in business here. I think. We're gonna hold steady. No attacks. We're gonna kill that Unstoppable Slasher. Because I know he wants to go in with the Hash Slinging Slasher right here. Okay. Still nothing. Still nothing for Jay here. No attacks. End turn. Not a whole lot. Pitiless Carnage. You can draw a lot of stuff that way. There's Bloodthirsty Conqueror. He's trying to go for a fucking combo play here. He's trying to go for the life gain combo play. Oh, damn, I fucked it up by doing the infinite loop, yeah. Not a great draw there, guys. Not a great go. Yeah, that triggered the loop. All right, not a great hand there, but still. Ops goes first. Why not? Why not, ladies and gentlemen? Why not? Innkeeper's talent. We'll go with you. We'll go Bandit's talent as a retort. Paw Patch, very nice. Paw Patrol. Rock Caller, Shot Caller. We're going to put you, Lord Skitterbeam, out first. We will play removal. We will play removal into the Rock Caller, Shot Caller. Ozlith, nice. Just going to pump. Pump. Okay. Boom. He's got that now. So we'll discard a card, cancel. We'll do that. Okay. We'll wait. We're going to take a big hit here. But I feel like we can really... Oh, there's Mossberg Pump. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. He's going to go in on me, though. We'll take the 6. Boom. Burglar Rat. We'll do this. We'll say... discard a card. That one. That one. Resolve. 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 Boom. Boom. Let's do this. Get you out of the graveyard. Opponent discards a card. Get you out of the graveyard. Boom. We go in there. Go in for 5 bang. Boom. Okay. 2 bang. Okay. $16. I'll take the 16. Boom, boom. I think they're gonna die, right? Yeah, they're gonna die. Nothing else to do? Yeah, tell me about it, Xavier. It's me too, man. I already have Mythic on 5 accounts, and I won RCQ, and I became world champion, so I'm just doing this for fun now. You know, I get what you mean. Do 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 boop 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 boop. I gotta put a note in my phone. I really gotta make it to the subathon for Gold Knight. I'm gonna forget otherwise. Everyone remind me. We gotta stream earlier one night right over there. Okay, let's put down Rock Caller, Shot Caller. I have a feeling that this is Selesnya. This is Selesnya fucking Overlords to death here. Up the yeah, it's Overlords. It is Overlords. Let's put down Rock Caller, Shot Caller. Boom, boom. He's probably gonna run a wipe right now. A 4-drop wipe. No problem, Striker. If you haven't seen, I'm also fucking make jokes constantly. It's my way of dealing with the pain inside of my heart. Thank you for following Immortal Velletti. That is a cool name. Immortal Villainy. He's gonna run a board wipe here. He's gonna run a Sunfall. He can't not run a Sunfall. Like it's in his blood. He's literally he's fucking shaking right now. Like the fact that he can't currently Sunfall is giving him convulsions. It's literally, he's literally pissing and shitting and farting because he can't fucking Sunfall right. Like I can tell that it's rocking him to his core that he can't do it. Like he's gonna do it, guys. He's gonna do it. Oh my goodness. He couldn't do it. See, I told you, if he couldn't do it, he was gonna die. These people, man, they're addicted. They're literally addicted to Sunfall. The sound of that card going off and the exile, it's soothing to them. It's just like they just hit it and they go, oh, they're completely addicted to Sunfall. They can't not run it. It's all they think about. They're at work trying to hide their trembling hands. And people are like, hey man, you all right? Sweating. And they're like, yeah, man, I just, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. They go to the bathroom, they pull up MTG on their phone. And they're like, come on, load faster. Okay, 5 land. Okay, here it comes. Ugh. And then they Sunfall someone. And then that's it. They scoop and they go back to work. The cravings have stopped at that point. They're low-key addicted, man. It's bad. Listen, I'm not trying to make fun of these people. It's a problem. It's a serious issue. They gotta wipe the board. They can't stop doing it. It's really not a laughing matter. Okay, guys? So I don't want to hear you guys laughing about severe Sunfall addiction. Boom. MTG Striker, thank you for the offer, man. But also, I don't know you at all. That's my biggest issue. Hang around for a little while and you might become a mod. That would be great. But I have no idea who you are. You might be a lunatic for all I know, who's going to start banning people like crazy. But hang around. Become part of the community, and we've been more than happy to mod you out. Bum, 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 bum. I feel like it's fairly reasonable. Huatli, you don't get another Huatli. Come on. Yeah, I need the right kind of lunatic, okay? I think that's kind of understood though, right? Like I don't mean lunatic. I need the right type of crazy. It took how long did it take whatchamacallit? Trex was here a year before I gave him mod powers. Now, I've just heard mod horror stories, so I'm, like, scared to just throw it out there, you know? Boom, boom. Green dinosaur. Going in. No blocks. Boom. Get rid of that. Madge Quinn. You feel like you recognize my voice. Did I YouTube under another channel back in the day? Deck techs and pack openings in paper. I do both of those things right now, Madge Quinn. You may be thinking of my regular YouTube channel. It has not changed. It's always been JVillain MTG. But go check that out. I've been doing this for a while. 4 years, I believe. So you might know me just from the regular, old-fashioned YouTube channel right there. One more, guys, and we're going to leave it right there. Welcome to the show, by the way, Match Quinn. Onyx Wolf, how you doing, man? Shinigami Ryuk, how you doing? Welcome. We're going to raid out after this one. I've been here before, never offered to me. Zavrit's the favorites? I didn't know you wanted a mod, Zavrit's. Ooh. Okay, so we're right back on our bullshit here, huh? Alright, we're going to hold steady for him to play the pumps. Monastery Swift Spear, I know he's going to play the pumps. Lord Skitterbeam. It's a weird choice. Thoughtseize Warlock. Holy tamales. Oh my goodness, that is not good. That is fucking not good in there. Holy tamales. I'll mill myself. Woof, woof. Okay. Yeah, if you don't have like 50 removals on this one, you just die. That's just how it goes. Magquin, did you figure out whether or not it was just me that you're remembering, or was it somebody else, a mysterious other person? Yeah. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's the puppet master himself. You missed it earlier, Damien. I thought of you because I drew 7 lands in the first 10 cards. And I was like, this is good stuff. Damien liked that. He'd want to see that. So I drew 4 lands and 3 cards. No, I'm sorry, it was a mulligan. So I mulliganed. I drew 4 lands and 2 cards. And then the next 3 cards that I drew were all lands. So I had 10 cards total, 7 of which off the top were lands. So that was a lot of fun. We love to see that. And Kanata over here just lost the game. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, guys, we're going to leave it right there for tonight. Pretty good. I'm actually, this was my first idea, my second idea, and I always know to go with my second idea for the night. Because Death Swarm is always a fun one to do. And I've wanted to get Rockcaller back in business. I think Rockcaller's underrated. So, Mono Black doing it again, winning games in Mythic, as you know, overall. Just little guys, man. We're just little guys killing you slowly with our song. We love to see it. So, nice Death Swarms. Pretty easy on the budget, too. A nice little swarmy death guy. Very fun. We'll leave it at that, guys. I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great.